My name is Evan Carr, and today I'll be interviewing Rick Royerding. Now, Mr. Royerding, if you do not know, has written all of the Percy Jackson books, and today we'll be talking about his new book, The Battle of the Labyrinth. Thank you for letting us interview you today, Mr. Royerding.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Now, could you tell us about the characters in your book?
Yes, there's Percy, the main character, and he's a demigod, but at the beginning, he didn't even know he was a demigod.
That's crazy.
I know. He didn't even know who his dad was either. There's Annabeth, his best friend, who helps him along on his quest to save the world. And she goes to Camp Half-Blood with him. She's a demigod also. There's Grover, a satyr, and that means he's half goat and half human, who also helps Percy save the world on his many adventures. There's Tyson, his half-brother, who also helps them. He's a cyclops.
Very interesting right there.
I wanted to add a little twist to my book.
Oh, I see. Now, what's the setting? What's the setting of your book?
I'm glad you asked. Let me grab this. I made this poster just in case you asked me that.
Okay.
The setting is it means the time and place. This all took place in the labyrinth. And the labyrinth, this all took place in the labyrinth, but it happened present day. It could also happen in the future.
Wow.
But most likely, it happened present day.
So it could be happening right now. That's insane right there. It's crazy. Now, could you tell us the point of the view of the book?
The point of view means the perspective the story is told in. I decided to write it in Percy's perspective so that you readers could understand Percy better.
That's very interesting. Now, what's the genre of the book?
The genre is the category in which the book is in. And my genre is fiction because as far as we know,
very interesting.
As far as we know, demigods and gods, especially Greek gods, are just myths.
Yeah, they could exist. You never know. And what's the plot? What's the plot of your book?
The plot, or the problem and resolution, is that Crono is trying to overthrow Olympus and the Greek gods.
Oh no.
It's terrible.
Sounds awful.
And it is resolved in the next book. But I would tell you about it, but I can't. I'm so sorry.
I see. And could you give us a summary of your book, Mr. Royerding?
The summary? Well, this book is mainly about the demigods who are going to Camp Half-Blood. And in the beginning, Annabeth and Percy are running away from deadly gargantuan scorpions.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's horrible. But the good part is they find the labyrinth. And that means that they can find Kronos, they can destroy his plans, they can do many things. And in the middle, they enter the labyrinth. And they try to find their way through it to find Kronos so they can destroy his plans to overthrow Olympus. But, in fact, they cannot, because he is a Titan, and that means he is the father of the gods.
Oh man, I didn't know the gods had parents.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And he's the father of the centaurs.
Oh, wow.
Well, I only wrote he's the father of Chiron, their teacher or mentor, whichever one you like to say.
I see. And then
Yeah, all of them.
what's the theme of your book, Mr. Royerding?
Well, the theme, we put it on this here. The theme is the message or meaning of the story. That's what the meaning. Okay. The theme of my book is courage, because all of the demigods in this book, and Tyson and Grover, have to be very courageous to go fight against the Lord of Time.
Yes, they do have to be very courageous, in fact, to do that. And then, who's your favorite character of the book?
My favorite character is Annabeth. I mean, she's just wonderful. This is what she looks like.
Oh, wow. Very beautiful. Why is she your favorite character, though?
Well, she's very courageous. She never gives up. She always has good plans, and she's really smart.
Always good traits to have. Always. Well, thank you very much, Rick Warrior Dean.
Hang on, I didn't show you her characteristics, or what she looks like.
Of course.
Her feelings. So I made this poster. She has blonde, her looks are blonde hair, gray eyes. She is obviously a person. She has white skin, and she is very strong because to hold a sword, that takes a lot of muscle.
I had no idea.
And I wrote this, it's all found in the text. All of it. Every single thing. The way she acts. Well, she is heartbroken because the man that she loves is a traitor.
Oh no.
He's on the bad side.
That's awful.
Yes. And then she's brave. She has very good. You remember the characteristics?
Yeah, I remember those.
She has very good strategies of fighting the Lord of Time.
Oh, that's great. That's good.
And she is longing for a quest. Because when she was 7, she never got a quest. So she's always wanted a quest to save the world.
Oh, I see. That's very good. That's very good.
She's certain. She thinks that she can destroy Kronos' plans. But then she's hardworking and thoughtful because she comes up with plans for them to use throughout this story. I'm just going to fold this. It's easier to hold. How she thinks, or mental part, she is longing for a quest. And I wrote page 1 through 73. She gets scared later.
Wow.
She does not want a quest on page 74, and if you read it, you would know why.
I guess I gotta read it. I got to read this new book.
It's fascinating. It's very interesting.
Sounds very good.
Later, she thinks she can change Luke's mind, and that is the traitor that she liked. And as you know, he was working for Kronos on page 305.
Okay.
She starts to think she cannot change Luke's mind about working for Kronos on page 315. Now,
wow.
The last thing I am going to show you, the way she feels. She feels heartbroken because she believes she cannot change Luke's mind about working for Kronos. But then she feels certain because she thinks she can change his mind.
Oh, that's good.
And she also feels certain that she can defeat Kronos.
That's good. That's good.
She feels fearless because she thinks she can destroy Kronos's what's the word? Plans.
Wow.
My mind went blank just then.
It's very good. It sounds like a great book. Well, thank you, Mr. Warrior Dean, for your time.
You are very welcome.
And I'm Evan Carr, signing out. See you later, y'all.